people then, after they're looking at what's happening in the markets this week, and say that the tariff policy long term is something good?
Well, just think about what the tariff policy long-term will do for our country. I think many of us probably grew up in small towns. I know at least I did, and the main street in my small town looks a heck of a lot worse than it probably did decades ago before I was alive. At least my parents and grandparents tell me so. And I know many Americans feel that same way. What the president envisions for this country is for the United States of America to be a manufacturing superpower, where there are American factories and businesses owned by Americans, producing goods that we are exporting to the rest of the world.
I need fresh capital for material, for a new workforce, before I can turn these machines on. Look out.
Increase wages for people here in our great country. It will ensure our national security, and it will boost the morale of the American people to have thriving industries again. Think about Detroit, Michigan. Think about North Carolina, as I mentioned.
Now, in 23 years, have I ever said no to you, huh?
Well, why say no when it feels so good to say yes?
Whoa! Boy, oh boy, do we have some more for you now. Here we go. We're going to talk about tariffs. Oh, joy. So many tariffs. Here we go. Let's put up our dukes for our tariffs. All right. And we got China. Ooh. Man, I'm telling you, they're smart. They're some smart cookies. We better watch out. I'm telling you, you better watch out. We better get our ducks in a row. And progressives? Are they scared? Are progressives scared now? Really? And complaining? All right, click subscribe, and we'll get right back at you.
To the next story here.
Got it.
Next one I want to get into is tariffs. All right, so the tariffs are starting, folks. And Trump says reciprocal tariffs set to start with all countries. Rob, I think you have a clip on that. And he's talking to Bloomberg. This is, I believe, yesterday that this took place. Do you see the clip?
Reciprocal? Are there some countries that might get a break or some sectors that might get a break?
Well, I may give a lot of countries breaks, but it's reciprocal, but we might be even nicer than that. You know, we've been very nice to a lot of countries for a long time. But I call it Liberation Day. April 2nd is Liberation Day. Be quite important. We'll be announcing some additional tariffs over the next few days, having to do with automobiles, cars, and having also to do a little bit with lumber down the road.
Oh my. Look.
Lumber and chips. We're going to get all those chip companies coming back. They're already coming back without even doing it. So it's been very good. But we'll be announcing some others. But for the most part, April 2nd will be a big day. That'll be Reciprocal Day. And we'll be bringing some of the money back that's been taken from us. Let's be nice by using the word taken. I don't want to use a stronger word. Big day. That'll be Reciprocal Day. And we'll be bringing some of the money back that's been taken from us. Let's be nice by using the word taken. I don't want to use a stronger word because these guys are professional politicians and they don't like to hear those words. I refuse to use the word stolen from us. But,
I ask you.
Nothing.
So, like China was a nothing rural agrarian country 30, 40 years ago. And now they're an authoritarian dictatorship communist, number 2 GDP in the world. So Japan, enemy, World War II. Germany, enemy, World War II. Italy, enemy, World War II. They all benefit from the United States at this point. So here's the analogy. All these...
You still have another analogy? You've been going this entire time. I'm like...
I think China has been elevated. They've been carving out our manufacturing sector. They've been taking all our jobs. And what have we benefited? All we have benefited is getting cheap shit.
See this...
I was out at dinner last night. This guy came up to me and he goes, "Hey man, you're Adam from the PBD podcast, right?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "I freaking hate you." No,
I know what you're feeling. Let it go. Let it go. You're the champ.
Why?
Because that was before Trump took office, and then Trump came to office, started going a literal trade war with Canada. It galvanized the people of Canada. They inserted this new candidate, and they're like, let's rally around this guy.
Wait a minute.
him into sort of a martyr and a hero, because their whole party, not that I'm the expert on Canadian politics, you saw the numbers. This party was going nowhere. I mean, they were the party of Justin Trudeau. His approval ratings were in the basement. And then Trump started doing a trade war with Canada. And like, you know how you almost went to Boston because they'll be up, and they used Trump as a symbol for what's going to happen. And I'll just repeat, they use Trump as a symbol for what's going to happen. And I'll just repeat, Canada is super, super progressive. So if they have an enemy and that enemy is Trump, it rallies the troops.
What's your point, though? Your point is what? That what?
That Trump motivated Canadians.
Let me ask you a question. Two other factors. This will end up being great for both the U.S. and Canada. This marked their first conversation following Carney's rise to Liberal leadership with 86% of the vote after Justin Trudeau stepped down. Trump, known for his hardline trade stance, signaled collaboration despite tension over tariffs and dairy disputes. Mark Carney, 60, Canada's new prime minister, has declared on Thursday in Ottawa the old relationship we had with the U.S. based on provincial premiers speaking to reporters. He added the time will come for a broad renegotiation of our security and trade relationships, signaling a shift from the past U.S.-Canada ties. So watch this.
Also, Pat, take a look at what the Prime Minister said. What was the first word and the second word of what he said, Pat? The time will come for a broad renegotiation of our first word, security relationship, and second word, trade relationship, which is what Pat has been talking about Mexico and Canada for a long time. They only spend this much of their GDP because they know we are the real protection power, and what we spend on GDP protects them.
Wait a second. The first two words he said were the time, right? Am I right? He said the time. So guess what? Guess what? The time will come to talk, to make negotiations. Sometimes you gotta just pump the brakes a little bit, bud. I'm serious. Too much pushing, they're gonna push back. Are we ready for that? Because guess what? It seems like we're stirring up a lot of stuff throughout the world. I'm just saying, I gotta be honest. I gotta keep it real. My parents told me, if you move too fast, you'll make mistakes. Are we making a mistake? Anyways, did I tell you my name is Mike? Mike Martin? Yep. Like, click, and subscribe. Thank you very much.
It's the very best. Zucchini stripes like a tiger's grin. Take a bite, let the fun begin.